In the military, there's a term force multiplier, and that's how special operations is looked at. It requires conventional forces to do its job, but it's brought in and it amplifies their effects to great extent.
Your Grateful Nation was created in order to help special operators find opportunities and the same level of success in the private sector.
Your Grateful Nation to me is an organization that's helping special operations folks find jobs in today's corporate America.
Our guys are a mixture of a Harvard graduate and an Olympic athlete. They know how to push themselves to the point of exhaustion and then continue on.
The idea of getting a top-tier education, being formed into an Army leader and being able to serve the country is just something I really wanted to do.
So I grew up in Cornwall, New York.
A small town in Arkansas.
Des Moines, Iowa. So born in Colorado, really bounced back and forth between Kansas and Nebraska and Colorado.
I grew up in Butte, Montana.
Just a, small town America life.
I was a decent student.
Lived our life around hunting, fishing, and sports.
Really a middle class or lower middle class background as we were growing up.
The easiest way to get out of Butte, Montana was to join the military.
So I started early in high school looking at the academies.
But it gave me an opportunity to actually go and experience a different side of life, see the world, and work to honestly defend something that I believed in.
So there was a bit of a military tradition in the family, not a huge one.
And my brother accepted a nomination to the Air Force Academy and went on to attend the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs.
To become a SEAL, that's where you lose a lot of friends and no one believes in you. It's the hardest thing, no one can do it, it's impossible.
They literally just beat the crap out of you. So long swims, runs.
They start yelling at you, you're doing push-ups, they shave your hair, they put you in these silly uniforms. And
some of the guys that I've seen that come through that have it very easy and are naturally gifted at everything and have won their entire lives don't do well in a place like BUD/S.
Beyond coming in and really just wanting to better myself, I wanted to be challenged as well. And that's really what initially led me to the special operations community.
If I'm going to commit to something, I need to give 100%. And the best way to do that is to go through to attempt the hardest training in the world.
I wanted to serve my country and I wanted to be the best I could be. I wanted to be around the best.
The kind of people that if they see something that needs to get done, they're going to do it. They're going to do it well.
Special Forces veterans share a DNA.
When you speak to someone who is your superior, outranks you from another command, they know that you have specialized training, you've dealt with difficult situations before, you've solved tough problems.
Everyone has the same commonality, a drive to succeed, to excel.
Doesn't take no for an answer, wins at all costs, and always puts the team first.
Strength, humility, and another one is loyalty.
You can expect that we're always going to work to achieve that vision and that mission.
When I decided to get out, it was one of the hardest decisions of my life.
I'm very satisfied with what I've done. I now have time to go out and actually have another very satisfying career.
There's a bit of an intimidation factor simply because transitioning out of the military is unknown. All these guys have known is their job as special operators for the past, let's say, 10 to 17 to 25 years. That's all they knew.
So the process is it's daunting, especially at first.
I felt like I had a pretty strong resume coming into the job hunt, and I found very quickly that you are truly behind the power curve however many years you're in the military.
We take that person, we take what he has done that we can discuss, and we put it in a usable format for the civilian, for the private sector.
And really trying to bridge the mutual gap that existed between the knowledge of these candidates and what their skill sets really meant to corporate America.
Your Grateful Nation is absolutely critical to our transition.
I mean, I think that Your Grateful Nation has identified that there's a pool of candidates out there that have already been tested time and time again. And when you're talking about someone who's going to be motivated to learn, someone who's going to be selfless, someone who's going to, just be willing to put in hard work at whatever they're pushing towards or whatever they're trying to accomplish, they're already out there.
Employers who are looking to hire veterans through your Grateful Nation need to understand they're getting someone that's from the top of their profession, and their profession from which they come is the top. So you're getting the best of the best.
So as a nonprofit, we see ourselves as providing something back to the private sector. We see ourselves providing a great benefit back to the U.S. economy, because if we assist this great talent pool as they work through a transition and we're able to place them in the private sector and the private sector grows, then ultimately the U.S. economy grows. And so we take a little bit different position as a nonprofit, because we look at ourselves as providing something back to the greater good of the nation.